the reason I feel like I'm intelligent today because we're in gold, silver, Bitcoin. We're going into one of the roughest periods of humanity right now. And the problem is, from my perspective, is the dollar. And so if you understand the dollar, US dollar versus the loonie, it was created in 1913, but so was a tax department created in 1913.
Right.
So what they're going to do, we have so much debt today, they're going to have to keep printing. But every time they do that, it creates more poverty. You understand the system is failing.
Yeah.
So we're going to have more homelessness, more unemployment, and the government has to print more money. So the position we've taken at Rich Dad is we're capitalists. And a capitalist is somebody who believes in teaching people to fish.
Right.
And a socialist wants to give people fish.
Yeah.
And then I just divide them that way. And so also what's happening with your generation and actually with Gen X, the income of men is dropping. So is testosterone.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
So there's fewer men and their incomes are dropping. And, and then
why do you think that is?
I don't know. I'm not God, but anyway, I watch, like you and I, we have to watch the trends.
Yeah.
So I listen to all these different guys on YouTube. I love YouTube, but I also hate it.
Sure.
But I listen to all of these people out there, and you can gain so much information. And rather than take a side, listen to both sides.
Sure.
So I listen to these hardcore socialists and communists. I mean, I white knuckled through their. I can't believe it. Oh, we should tax the rich.
And we've always said, and before COVID, entrepreneurship is the solution. We still believe. I still believe that entrepreneurs are the solution to these problems.
It's always about the money. You see, whether you're a socialist, you said, well, we should just give people money, or a capitalist, we're going to teach people to fish. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But what's happening is money is toxic today. And so men are earning less money. My generation, the boomer generation, I made 3 times my father day one. He had been working like 40 years. My classmates in 69 are making $120,000 a year. My father was making $25,000 a year as a superintendent of education.
Right.
So the boomers are different. That's what the fourth turning is about. It's so interesting. But right after that, the income of men, Gen X and all that, started to drop. And jobs, all this stuff started to happen. But a lot of it started around the Fed being created in 1913. Debt. So the dollar today is debt and taxes. So the only way a dollar comes into existence is we have to borrow money. And when we borrow money, they're very, very happy because the money is produced. We pay no taxes the more money we borrow. Well, here's AOC, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, saying tax the rich. He taxes the working class. He taxes the people who actually have jobs. Capitalists are keeping what? And that's what Rich Dad teaches. It's about the money. It's how we make millions of dollars and pay no taxes legally. And they can argue with me all day. I get attacked constantly by the socialists. I say, that's a free country. You be a socialist, you work hard, and you pay taxes. That's your choice. It's not my choice.
Right.
And I give people the choice, and that choice is freedom.
That's the entrepreneur. Because all these people are arguing, is it gold, is it Bitcoin, is it this, is it that? Everybody's arguing, and the entrepreneur's just going out there going, okay, I'll take this, I'll take that, I'll take this, I'll take that.
A little bit more of history. Capitalists have always saved the environment because there was a guy named Henry Ford, and up to then there was Cadillac and Oldsmobile and all this, and Henry Ford says, I'm going to democratize the automobile. What that meant is I'm going to make the car available for the masses. Yeah. And that's what capitalists do. Yeah. There was also a guy named Henry Colt. He built the Colt 45, the gun that cleaned up the West. It was called the Peacemaker, but it was also called the Great Equalizer. So a little wimpy guy could shoot a big fat guy, you know what I mean, and just blow him apart. So it was called the Equalizer. So what I say to people, I hold up my little iPhone, I go, this is the greatest equalizer of all. I've never seen a tool this powerful.
Sure.
This is the equalizer. I don't have to go to college anymore. I don't need to get student loan debt. I can sit here, I can listen to Jay Martin, I can listen to George Gammon, all of our friends. I can listen to the greatest capitalists on earth, or you can listen to the greatest communists on earth. It's your choice. Because we're talking about something very important here. It's the subject of money. And what is money? You know, is it gold, silver, Bitcoin, or the US dollar? I don't think it's the US dollar. So that's why I have so much gold, silver, Bitcoin. Now, your friends are probably savers and the biggest losers going. Why would you save dollars when they printed 10 trillion already this year? To me, it's utter stupidity. It's utter stupidity. Can't you see what the government's doing?
Right, right.
And the question is, are they going to print more or less? Well, when the baby boomers go bust, they're going to print more. And when the stock market comes down, they're going to print more. Because the problem isn't in the stock market, the problem's in the credit market, the treasuries. The bond market is the biggest bubble in history. Oh, I'm going to save dollars. And then Rich Dad Poor Dad, I said, savers are losers. Oh, you're an asshole. I went, well, okay. So you should have bought Bitcoin at 10 cents.
Yeah.
Instead of $1.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But no, I've got a lot in savings. And meanwhile, the Fed and Biden and those crooks out there are printing it. Wall Street's printing it. I'm going, why would you be playing that silly game? Again, the word is called counterparty.
Yeah, which is the importance of tuning in to shows like this.
Yeah, who's on the other side? Who's on the other side of the trade?
Because saving it's got the right intention, right? You're producing more than you consume and storing the balance, but leaving it in cash is where the risk is, and that comes from a lack of understanding, right?
Well, it comes from pure stupidity.
Sure.
Savers are losers. How long have I been saying that? 35 years now, or 25?
25 years.
Savers are losers. Oh no. And the Fed announced today, we're going to print another $3 trillion. The question is, what comes after trillion?
Right.
Quadrillion.
Yeah.
And you're going to save dollars when they're going to print quadrillion? Let me give you an example how much a trillion is. If you spent $1 every second for 32,000 years, you'd hit a trillion. And they can print it in a minute. And you want to save dollars? Or yen or loonies or pesos or what? Why would you do that? Because you're still listening to your mommy and your daddy. You know, and your mommy and daddy are broke. Or they're on pensions and they're playing golf, hoping their 401k stays afloat.
Now, do you hold any, or do you look at any currencies of emerging nations, Robert? Like, are you averse to fiat currencies in general?
Yes.
Yes. All right. Yeah.
Look, I'd rather have toilet paper than fiat currency. This is the biggest thing about entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs always find a solution.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what makes them entrepreneurs. And the stupid other people just do as they're told, like take the shot or wear a mask or social distance or shut down your restaurant. You know, I mean, that's what stupid people do.
And I think that was a great point during this.
Let me say one more thing. An entrepreneur will invent their way out.
100%.
So Bitcoin is an invention. When I understood it, I went, oh my God, they're going after the same enemy, the Treasury, the Fed, and Wall Street. I like those guys. So that's when I bought Bitcoin. Now, again, so how you still buying? No, the price is too high for me.
Right.
It's always my entry point because I'm an entrepreneur. I like the early round. I like startups.